My name is Darryl,
And I'm Amy.
and we have been coaching people with their nutrition needs and with business needs, income development for over 37 years. And we're here tonight, we're here today, we're here now to tell you about 7 ways to improve your memory, focus, and reduce mental decline. So, if you're ready, I got to make sure we're recording and we're all set. Let's go.
So, have you ever forgotten why you were calling after you dialed the phone? Or found your mind wandering when you need to stay focused on something important?
What about when somebody forgets about you? How would you perceive a clerk who fumbles your name even though you deal with them on a daily basis, or for that matter, even on a weekly basis?
Good memory and concentration is essential for everyone.
Whether you're a student, a businessman, an employee, or a politician, you need to be able to remember things and stay focused. Politicians, because they have to remember what they lied about the last time. Ooh.
But before we forget, stay to the end and get a copy of our free ebook.
That's right. We're providing a copy of our free ebook for you if you'll stay to the end. So here's what you're going to learn.
So before we get going, let's have a quick overview of what you'll learn from this webinar. Why brain health is so important, which foods and nutrients help improve and protect your brain, 7 simple but powerful ways to improve your memory, and the incredible new product that protects you against age-related mental decline.
The human brain is truly a vital organ, and it's best to look after it before issues arise.
You may be surprised to learn that the brain's neural connections actually start declining as early as age 20.
At age 20, that's amazing. By our mid-40s, this decline occurs at an even faster rate, which may lead to increased incidence of forgetfulness, poor concentration, and even mood swings and other cognitive problems.
Unfortunately, though, many people follow the don't fix what's not broken philosophy. They don't worry about brain health until they start noticing issues or have a serious illness or brain-related injury. If you're experiencing any of the following symptoms consistently, it's time to do something about it.
So here's some warning flags that signal poor brain health. Number 1, memory loss. Number 2, brain fog. Number 3, depression. Number 4, anxiety. Number 5, difficult learning. Number 6, lack of motivation. Number 7, tiring easily. And number 8, poor focus and concentration.
Why not control brain degeneration if you can? Rapid or significant memory loss and other symptoms that appear at an accelerated pace while getting older is neither normal nor healthy. In the past, a loss of brain function due to age-related neural breakdown was assumed to be normal and unavoidable.
But neuroscience today has discovered that our bodies can regenerate new brain cells with exercise and the right nutrients. These can replace essential connections, which are so important to memory, focus, and mental health.
Here are a few more compelling reasons why you should take control of your own brain health now.
Brain disorders are increasing. Statistics show that 1 in 8 senior citizens develop Alzheimer's. 1 in 8 children are diagnosed with brain development disorders, including autism, ADD, and ADHD.
Brain care is not part of the common healthcare paradigm in conventional or alternative medicine. Healthcare seems to focus from the neck down, even though the brain is arguably the most delicate and susceptible organ. It's highly vulnerable to health challenges caused by stress and poor nutrition.
Now, we have a healthcare system that tends not to diagnose, treat, or attend brain health until an end-stage neurological disease develops.
You may be shocked to discover that most of the top 50 prescribed medications actually block, inhibit, or shut down a system of the body.
Yeah, that means that medications that people are taking for other problems are making their brains go numb.
Right, but none of them offer the body support Knowing all of this makes understanding and utilizing nutrition and natural strategies a smart choice.
So why not learn how to build a healthy, active brain? It's what makes you, you. Your brain's health dictates everything about you, how you perceive and how you react to the events in your life, your emotional health, your personality, how much you enjoy life.
So let's not wait to focus on brain health. Here are 7 powerful ways you can use improving your memory and against cognitive degeneration today.
Number 1, get enough exercise.
When Dr. Johnny Bowden, PhD, CNS, and author of 12 books on health and nutrition, was asked on a Medical Alert news segment, if you can only do one thing today to improve brain health, what would that be? He said it was exercise.
It's also interesting to note that authors of the book 5 Secrets to Brain Health say that you'll rarely find neuroscientists, psychologists, and physicians who all agree on one thing, with one exception, which is that all of them agree that exercise is the single best thing that you can do for your brain.
They also noted in a 24-year study of physically fit adults by the Cooper Institute, people who were most fit at midlife had a 36% less risk of developing dementia than those who weren't.
Scientists think this has to do with exercise's influence on boosting blood flow to the brain. Improved circulation stimulates the production of a brain chemical known as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or known simply as BDNF. It's actually a protein dubbed a master molecule and referred to as miracle grow for the brain.
BDNF encourages the formation of new neurons involved in memory, learning, planning, and decision-making. It also repairs damaged cells and strengthens the connections between brain cells.
So what half an hour of exercise can do, according to a study from the University of Adelaide, a single exercise session can induce positive brain changes that can spark better memory and improve coordination. Test subjects' brains registered significant cognitive activity that induced positive brain functions.
Even though getting older is not optional, having a brain that looks and feels old is.
Now, number 2 of the 7 suggestions is eat smart. Take charge of your brain by taking charge of your diet.
Right, because your brain has 100 billion cells which reach out and connect to trillions, if not quadrillions, of other cells.
What's exciting is that new research is showing these connections are dynamic. They're finding even simple changes such as diet are helping to improve and restore these connections.
When we change our food, we change our mood.
Hey, that rhymes.
It does.
Yeah.
Sometimes that means your brain's working, Darryl. Sometimes we buy into convenience more than actually thinking about what's good for the long term. We work long hours and we don't have time to cook or buy the organic, healthy stuff that we're told to eat.
After several years of living like this, our brain will eventually run out of juice. It has no healthy fuel.
Studies show that 80% of kids who eat only whole, unprocessed foods show significant improvement in their behavior in just 6 weeks.
50% of those kids no longer meet diagnostic criteria for attention deficit disorder.
Real food heals brains. Hippocrates, one of the ancient world's greatest philosophers and an icon in the history of medicine, once said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food."
Now, look for foods with lots of leafy greens, lots of colors, whole grains, legumes, and lentils, lots of blueberries, which help protect the brain from oxidative stress and reduce the effects of age-related conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia.
Blueberries also contain flavonoids, which may improve memory, learning, and general cognitive function. The first line of defense to mental decline is easier than you think. It starts with good food.
Eating smart means maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Keeping a stable blood sugar level not only energizes your metabolism, but it also helps your brain avoid mental issues commonly associated with anxiety, depression, or fatigue.
Eating smart means maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Stock up on fruits and nuts like apples, citrusy fruits, and giving special attention to high fiber foods. Fiber slows down digestion, which in turn frees up more energy to fuel you up for the rest of the day.
Eating smart also means reducing sugar and processed oil intake. Processed sugar wreaks havoc with your blood sugar, and studies are showing that trans fat consumption may play a role in depression.
Neurologist Dr. David Perlmutter, MD, author of The Grain Brain, says that the most important step to fighting this devastating disease is to reduce sugar consumption.
Although our body does need a certain amount of sugar to function properly, a diet that's packed with sugar and simple carbs regularly sends blood glucose levels soaring. High glucose levels block blood flow to the brain, depriving it of the energy that it needs to generate new neurons.
Too much glucose has also been implicated in the formation of the tangles of Alzheimer's disease.
Eating smart also means increasing your intake of B vitamins. These memory-boosting vitamins are found in dark green leafy vegetables, whole grain cereal, salmon, chicken, and other foods. They protect the brain from shrinking by as much as 90%. That's incredible.
It also means increasing your intake of omega-3 fatty acids. These fatty acids are considered the building blocks of gray matter in the brain. You can find them in healthy oils, vegetables, and fish.
Eating smart also means that you need to increase your intake of CoQ10, coenzyme Q10. It's an enzyme produced by the body that can penetrate brain cells to fight off stress. So get your fill of this amazing enzyme with primary sources like broccoli, spinach, beef, poultry, soybeans, and peanuts.
Eating smart also means increasing your intake of lecithin. Our brain is said to be made up of as much as 30% lecithin. It drives memory, thinking, and muscle control. You can increase your lecithin intake by consuming egg yolks, liver, peanuts, whole grains, milk, and soybeans.
Eating smart also means increasing your intake of vitamin E. A daily supplement of vitamin E is said to reduce the annual mental decline rate in dementia patients by as much as 19%. That's really significant. This antioxidant reduces cell stress, which promotes better memory. You'll also get double the benefits. It's been shown to support healthy insulin and blood sugar levels, which is good news for people with diabetes.
Right, and help improve blood flow.
Yeah, number 3 of the 7.
Your brain may weigh just 3 pounds, but it demands 20 to 25% of the blood from each heartbeat. One reason is due to its high demand for oxygen.
Dr. Barry Sears, a former research scientist at the Boston University School of Medicine, writes that your brain's energy is made by energy powerhouses called mitochondria that are found in each of our cells.
Oxygen enables the mitochondria in your brain cells to pump out an energy chemical, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP for short. Without adequate levels of ATP, your brain suffers from an energy drain and its function decreases.
And this means that a healthy mental state relies on good circulation, like the desert needs the rain.
Here are some tips to improve blood flow.
Number 1, manage your stress. Not being able to cope and recover from stress deprives your brain of much needed oxygen.
Check for anemia symptoms. Low red blood cell count signals poor circulation. It's important to have a CBC test done to diagnose for symptoms and resolve memory problems. That would be a complete blood count test.
Complete blood count.
CBC.
Stabilize your blood sugar levels. Chronic blood sugar disorders, also caused by anemia or unstable blood sugar levels, inhibit the flow of your blood.
Exercise. Physical exercise improves circulation.
Number 5, supplement with grapeseed extract. Grapeseed extract is one of the most powerful antioxidants known to man. It contains valuable micronutrients called polyphenols. that are over 50 times more potent. These are more than 50 times more potent than vitamin C or E.
In fact, the use of grapes as food and medicine goes back to 6,000 years ago in ancient Egypt and Greece.
Researchers found that it can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and fight stress at the cellular level. This means that it can get inside brain cells to protect them from toxins.
It's commonly used as a preventive measure against many eye and brain diseases, including cataracts, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and other diseases related to mental decline.
Unfortunately, grapes in general tend to carry a fairly high toxic residue because so many producers rely on the use of pesticides when growing their grapes. Not just pesticides, but herbicides. You see all the trouble that the company that produces Roundup got into because of glyphosate, I believe it's called.
Glyphosate.
Yeah. So if you do get a supplement that contains grapeseed extract, it's really important to look for one of them whose finished product was tested for purity.
The absolute best extract is from the Chardonnay grapeseed, as it offers one of the most potent forms of antioxidants.
Number 4 of the 7 that we're talking about here is use products with Guarana extract. Guarana. It's a colorful little berry native to the Amazon. It was used for a long time by the Guarani tribe who lived in the Amazon basin in Brazil. And to this day, if you go to Brazil, one of the most popular drinks is called Guarana, spelled the same way as Guarana. And it's a tasty energy drink, kind of reminds me of cream soda. It's really good. Maybe a little bit of a cherry-flavored cream soda. They considered its seed to have medicinal and magical powers and hailed it for its ability to almost instantly restore a person's energy. A 17th century Jesuit missionary noted that Guarana gave members of an Amazon tribe so much energy that when hunting, they could go from one day to the next without feeling hungry. I know in English it's Guarana, but
It sounds nice.
It's more fun to say
Guarana.
Guarana.
It's the natural extract from this seed that several clinical tests have shown to have enhanced memory, sharpened focus, and improved reaction time.
There are 3 powerful alkaloids found in the guarana seed. The key factor is guaranine, which is an alkaloid that chemically identical to natural caffeine. It tones the central nervous system and the heart. It also promotes mental focus and clarity with the added enhancement of memory functions.
Guarana is one of the richest sources of caffeine, containing up to 3 times the amount of caffeine as coffee. This is one of the reasons it's often promoted in energy drinks.
Which brings up a really important point. When you're looking for a brain-boosting product that contains guarana, be sure to find one where they're not after the caffeine that's in the product. You want to find a product where they've selected an extract that reflects the complexity of the seed's natural profile. As with the grape extract, find one that's tested for potency and purity. And there's no other company that does clinical studies for potency and purity. Number 5 of the 7 ideas that we're giving you here for helping reduce memory loss is brain training. Participate in brain training.
That's right, because like your triceps and biceps, all other muscles in the body, your brain needs exercise too. So when you provide it with activity, it is stimulated. It becomes stronger and gains more power. And it needs exercise to be able to do tasks.
Each time you learn a new skill or idea or gain a new memory, your neurons form new connections. It creates stronger brain signals and a more powerful brain.
Now, you might be thinking, are these things still applicable to older people? Don't we all suffer from memory loss as we age?
How old is an older person?
An older person? 15 years older than you.
15?
On the average.
Yeah, 15 years older than you. That's an older person.
Yeah. Here's one crucial thing we'd like you to remember. Age doesn't automatically mean poorer memory.
That's right. A younger person may have more neurons, but an older person has more neural branches. These branches transmit signals from one neuron to the next.
And as a result, they also have greater ability for improved communication. These signals are what stimulate your brain to act and react to stimulus.
Now, you may wonder, why is it that many older adults seem to suffer from poor memory and poor focus? Well, there's three main factors. Dr. Chris Wolfe, who wrote the book Brain Health, Simple Steps to a Better Memory, calls them the 3Ds.
Number one is disbelief. Your brain is a powerful organ that's capable of great things beyond what you can imagine. But if you don't believe in this power and continue to accept rusty memory as normal as you age, no amount of brain exercise can force you to unlearn old habits and replace them with new ones.
That's right. You have to understand that your brain is always capable of accepting learning. It can and it does generate new cells every day. It is efficient enough to perform things outside of the routine.
Number two is disinterest. You might have heard of the old wise saying, ignorance kills. The same is true for your brain cells. When you stick to the same repetitive tasks every single day and refuse to take interest in new activities, you're basically preventing your brain cells from getting stimulated.
A brain that's bored and static has greater risks for mental decline. But a brain that takes on a new pursuit gains new insights. New insights mean new pathways are created.
Number three is disuse. Remember what we said about brain and exercise? Let's look at an example, your leg muscles. When you sit a lot and don't use your legs, you know what happens. They become weak.
That's right. And soon, without total activity, the muscles in your legs atrophy and shrink.
The same happens to your brain when you don't use it. The brain cells shrink. The less activity it has, the slower and weaker it becomes.
You see, the key to amazing brain function is to maintain as many healthy neurons as you can and to keep the communication between neurons working. When you do brain training, your neural branches become more adept at transmitting and receiving signals.
When that communication is enhanced, you also increase the brain's ability to adapt to all kinds of changes, including stress.
So it's not really about how old you are, it's about what you do and what you don't do that affects your memory and cognition.
Number six is socializing. Do you know what the best happy pill in the world is? It's living social.
Studies reveal that people with greater social interactions have decreased risk for dementia and depression later on in life than people who are isolated.
The reason for this is that shared experiences stimulate brain areas dedicated to memory and learning. Socializing also reduces stress and plaques in the brain, the two major causes of cognitive disorders.
In fact, people who are more socially engaged are shown to be 50% less likely to die early than those who are often isolated. A happy brain is a healthy brain, so don't be a hermit.
How do you keep your brain happy?
Well, by maintaining close connections with people in your life.
Engage in activities that allow you to have plenty of social interactions.
Community activities are a great example.
You can join a tree planting activity, a book club, cooking or dancing classes, or any other social activity that you can share with someone.
Get out and travel. Seeing new destinations and gaining new perspectives offer your brain exciting new experiences that will stimulate the cells of your brain.
Do something good. Random acts of kindness bring your brain pleasure.
And number 7 of the items that we're discussing here is lessening your stress, or stressing your less.
Stressing less.
Lessening your stressor. There's no doubt that stress affects us emotionally and physically, but it can also cause brain cell death and mental disorders. It's all tied to one stress hormone called cortisol and two important brain tissues collectively called matter.
What's the matter with matter? Your central nervous system, or CNS, which is the part of your brain that processes and responds to signals from all 5 of your senses, has 2 kinds of tissue, gray and white matter.
Gray matter houses the cell bodies and takes care of math, thinking, and decision making. White matter is the communications network. It contains the tiny connecting nerve fibers of brain cells, or what's called the axons. White matter is wrapped around a layer of protein called the myelin sheath, which speeds up the production of signals.
When there's faster signal production, there's better mind-to-body communication. Now, when you are stressed, your body produces cortisol to prepare you for urgent tasks.
But when you are constantly stressed, there's also an overproduction of myelin. So the wires that connect your brain cells become constantly hypercharged, and your mind goes on hyperdrive.
In the short term, this affects communication. Learning and recall shuts down. In the long term, it means young brain cells don't mature. Risk for mental disorders, including PTSD, depression, schizophrenia, and ADHD increases.
So mind over matter is what we're talking about here. Moderate stress like exercise or playing chess or studying for a test is beneficial. It's needed for a sharper and a stronger brain. But prolonged stress creates chaos in the brain. But the solution is simple.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, we did that in harmony. Learn to laugh at your mistakes and things that you can't do anything about. Find diversions to help you relax when you're stressed. Take a walk or take a bath. Read a book or write a journal. Or listen to some soothing music or talk to a friend.
After researching the 7 ways to improve memory, we've realized how important it is to look after it. But as much as we want to do all the things that the experts suggest in order to protect against age-related mental decline, it can be downright difficult to do.
It's one of the reasons we believe in using supplements to help improve brain health. We've been coaching people for their health for 37 plus years, and we've just been amazed by this supplement's ability to help. After learning what was needed to improve memory and protect our brains against age-related decline, we discovered this incredible product made by Shaklee that would do both. Introducing MindWorks. And that's how our minds work.
Shaklee prides itself with cutting-edge technology, and they have a zero-tolerance policy towards animal testing in their product development. And what we like about Shaklee is that it's driven by science, not fads. Shaklee developed MindWorks not by marketing what people are already aware might work, but what laboratory testing yielded as compelling in terms of benefits for the brain and the body.
That's right. In order to do that, their research and product development teams worked for nearly 5 years, led by famed Dr. Laurel Fisher, who's an MIT-trained neuroscientist.
MindWorks truly is an innovative brain health supplement. It takes a comprehensive approach to provide both short and longer term benefits, and it contains key ingredients that improve mental sharpness and focus and helps protect against age-related mental decline.
With no harmful chemicals or potential side effects, the elements brought together in Shaklee MindWorks compound are 100% of plant origin. Now here's some of the key ingredients. For short-term or daily benefits, MindWorks contains Guarana, which has been clinically shown to improve cognitive performance in healthy adults.
That's what we talked about earlier.
That's right.
From Brazil.
Shaklee selected Guarana extract that reflects the complexity of the seed's natural profile.
And this type of extract, when tested in clinical trials, enhanced memory, sharpened focus, improved reaction time, 3 times better than the control group.
3 times better, 300% better. Now here's some of the other key ingredients. You often see Guarana promoted in energy drinks. Typically in those formulas, what they've extracted is the caffeine, but MindWorks does not have the caffeine that other companies are after. In fact, the amount of caffeine in MindWorks is less than what's in a medium-sized cup of decaf coffee. Wow.
And MindWorks contains an additional key ingredient combination shown in a clinical study to reduce brain shrinkage rate by 30% over 2 years.
30%. That's amazing. Knowing that healthy circulation is fundamental to optimum brain function, Mindworks contains an exclusive Chardonnay seed extract. Using a patent-pending process, they were able to concentrate the specific polyphenols that are clinically shown to support healthy circulation.
This Chardonnay seed extract is a great example of the Shaklee difference in action. First, they've identified a potent natural source of clinically proven polyphenols and secured a premier source in the United States just for those grapes.
Then they developed a natural extraction process to concentrate the specific polyphenols, a process that is so unique they filed for a patent. And that means that you won't find this extract anywhere else. It is a Shaklee exclusive.
But Shaklee didn't stop there. They also included vital nutrients for mental health, such as vitamin B6, B12, and folate with the brain-boosting power of blueberry powder and green coffee.
And before releasing it to the market, Mindworks ingredients were actually tested for 2 years on over 200 people with mild cognitive impairment. It was compared to a similar brain enhancer, and what Shaklee found was amazing. Here's what they found. The group using Mindworks boasted 3 times the mental acuity of the control group, 300 times.
3 times.
Yeah, but that's 300%.
That's right. 300%.
300%. 3 times is 300%. By the end of the 2-year time frame, the key nutrients were slowing the brain shrinkage rate by as much as 30%.
To further prove that the substances in Mindworks were actually permeating this selective protection mechanism, Shaklee performed extensive blood-brain barrier testing. Shaklee also published peer-reviewed papers in medical journals that prove the biomedical advantages of Mindworks.
Now, there is no other company in the nutrition business that publishes peer-reviewed studies in medical journals. Shaklee's the only one. Shaklee Mindworks is guaranteed to significantly increase your mental performance, considerably slow naturally occurring brain shrinkage, and support brain circulation for improved neural activity.
So let's recap the benefits of Mindworks. It increases blood circulation to the brain,
Reduces brain shrinkage,
improves reaction time,
sharpens focus,
protects against age-related mental decline.
and enhances mental sharpness.
Also, buying Mindworks helps fund research.
Yes, by buying it, you help contribute to research for brain function.
Right, because a portion of the proceeds from each bottle of Mindworks purchased will be donated to fund brain health research.
It comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
If you don't experience the desired results from Mindworks or any of Shaklee's products, you may return the unused portion for a 100% refund.
Yeah, most people will ask, well, how soon am I expected to see results from taking Mindworks? Generally, we found that people start seeing noticeable results within 6 days or so. Some people say that they've noticed a change within 6 hours, but that could be possibly due to a little bit of a placebo effect, or it could be true. I noticed a difference within a matter of a few hours. I should say more than a few, probably a day or so. But I'm getting better at recalling people's names, at remembering where I put my keys, and remembering where I put my glasses. Shaklee Mindworks is a premier product, and of course the price reflects that. So if you factor in all of the research behind this vegan supplement, along with the amazing lack of side effects, the proven results, and the contributions each bottle makes to brain research, you'll agree that it is worth every penny.
If you'd like to start protecting your brain and improving your memory and focus, why wait? We encourage you to experience the Shaklee difference and try Mindworks today.
So here's how we're going to tell you to order yours. All you have to do is visit our website. And I'm going to post our website here in our chat room as soon as I find it. I have to change the contrast on my page here in order to get the okay, sorry about that. And here is the wrong product. Okay.
But that's a good product too.
Absolutely.
That helps your immune system. Nutrifuron.
Absolutely. Okay.
Of course, they're all good products.
Here we go. Any second now. You're seeing how to find it. But it's taking its good old time. Naturally.
Here we go.
Let me close Facebook up there. That's probably slowing everything down. Okay, here's the link. And I'm going to put it in the chat room. And go back to our presentation here. And I'm going to give you the link for our ebook. Here it is. There's the link for the product Mind Works, and here's the link for the free ebook that we promised you. So
now they can also go to our Facebook page.
That's right.
And that's called NutriSkis.
Yeah, NutriSkis. So go to Facebook and search for NutriSkis, and you'll find our page, and you can communicate with us there.
And then you could see our office hours there and our phone number there if you want to call us to order your product.
We'll be happy to speak to you personally. We're the only two people here.
If you have any questions, feel free to call.
So with that, that's all for now. We thank you for being here. And
thanks for joining us.
That's right.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.